Welcome to our presentation on one of the several business breakdowns, overvaluing outcomes. These are the points that will be discussed during the presentation. We will start by firstly introducing the concept of overvaluing outcomes in order to better understand the theory behind this unethical behavior before analyzing it through videos and examples. Following, we will provide two different videos showing the difference between unethical and the overvaluing outcomes unethical behavior. Subsequently, we will further analyze the concept of overvaluing outcomes by understanding how it has been applied to the situation in the video and then by reasoning how it can be proposed to other situations. Overvaluing outcomes is a cognitive bias that leads us falling into the trap of thinking that the ends justify the means. In fact, there is a tendency for people to think that something is more ethical if the outcome is good. Therefore, we need to be especially careful in a result-oriented organization that we make sure to pay attention to the means desired to get the desired end. In fact, if we, as managers, don't pay attention and reward performance only on the base of outcome achievement, we will give way to unethical behavior, since we might reward results that have been reached through unethical practices rather than ethical ones. This cognitive bias is really common in our life, and this tendency we have of overvaluing outcomes has been studied by lab studies. In fact, laboratory studies have actually shown that an hypothetical scientist who have falsified data in order to get approval for a drug that ends up helping people is seen as more ethical than one that follows rigorous and accepted analytical procedures to help get approval for a drug that ends up harming or killing people or patient.
You spoke on the phone earlier, right? 2 hours ago. Right.
Yeah.
Of course you never heard of them. They're up-and-comers. That's what that means.
3 cents a share. That's $3. You cheap fuck.
So, where are your Quotrons?
Quotrons?
Yeah, your computers.
No, we don't even need computers here. We just trade right off the pink sheets here.
Pink sheets?
Yeah, they're penny stocks. You know, companies that can't get listed on NASDAQ, they don't have enough capital, their shares trade here.
Penny stocks?
Yeah. This one, Aerodyne, is a really interesting, Aerodyne.
Hello, John. How you doing today? You mailed in my company a postcard a few weeks back requesting information on penny stocks that had huge upside potential with very little downside risk. Does that ring a bell? Okay, great. Well, reason for the call today, John, is something just came across my desk, John. It is perhaps the best thing I've seen in the last 6 months. If you have 60 seconds, I'd like to share the idea with you. You got a minute? Name of the company, Aerodyne International. It is a cutting-edge, high-tech firm out of the Midwest awaiting imminent patent approval on a next generation of radar detectors that have both huge military and civilian applications. Now, right now, John, the stock trades over the counter at 10 cents a share. And by the way, John, our analysts indicate it could go a heck of a lot higher than that. Your profit on a mere $6,000 investment would be upwards of $60,000.
Jesus, that's my mortgage, man.
Exactly, you could pay off your mortgage.
This stock will pay off my house.
John, one thing I can promise you, even in this market, is that I never ask my clients to judge me on my winners. I ask them to judge me on my losers because I have so few. And in the case of Aerodyne, based on every technical factor out there, John, we are looking at a grand slam home run.
Okay, let's do it. I'll do $4,000.
4,000, that'd be 40,000 shares, John. Let me lock in that trade right now and get back to you with my secretary with an exact confirmation. Sound good, John?
Sounds good.
Great. Hey, John, thank you for your vote of confidence, and welcome to the Investors Center.
Yeah, thanks a lot, man.
Bye-bye.
How'd you fucking do that?
Just like that, I mean.
How is overvaluing outcomes applied to the video? Overvaluing outcomes can take shape in various forms. One of them, as it can be seen at the clip, the stakeholder Leonardo DiCaprio acts unethical trying to convince clients to invest in the stocks. Here are some examples which present this behavior. 1. Presenting false data about the current business situation. 2. Tricking the person while lying to him using irrational arguments. 3. Providing terrible advice and services to the investor which were going to destroy him financially. 4. convincing the investor that he would be benefited from these interests even though company was aware the shares were going to plummet. As a result, the stakeholder, in order to reach his goal and had a good outcome, he acted unethical to the client. When can we expect it to occur? It is proven that we use to give a pass to unethical behavior if the outcome is good. As explained before, companies and managers often only care about results no matter how these results are achieved. Overvaluing outcomes can occur on any scenario, not only business-related. Here are some examples. In the financial environment, we can expect to see the phenomenon of overvaluing outcomes in hedge fund companies, rewarding managers for trading with insider information. Another suitable example could be with a jury in court. Imagine a court has to listen to two cases. In case 1, a man steals some medicines for his son in need. It turns out the person who was stolen ends up dying because he could not find his medicine. In case 2, a man wants to shoot another man to death. He misses the shot and the other person is not harmed. Because the results turned out to be better for the person in case 2, it is probable that person in case 2 will get less punished than the person in case 1. Even if the behavior of case 2 was more unethical, the positive outcome is being rewarded. In conclusion, overvaluing outcomes happens when businesses focus on rewarding outcomes instead of high-quality decision-making. This can lead to the acceptance of unethical decisions because they lead to a favorable outcome. Businesses can prevent such behaviors through different steps. Firstly, companies should train leaders to avoid these types of outcomes, making them aware of the bias and better prepared to deal with such situations when they arise. Secondly, they should focus on the process of decision-making, since this is much more important than simply accepting the outcome. And finally, companies should reward quality decisions and not only focus on results.
Yeah, look, I know you're not following what I'm saying anyway, right? That's okay, that doesn't matter. The real question is this: was all this legal? Absolutely fucking not. But we were making more money than we knew what to do with.